Coming up next on This Week in Torrance, the Slurry Seal project is underway. We'll tell you what commuters can expect throughout the summer. And if you want to take your swimming skills to the next level, registration is open for the annual Aquacade show. Then, are your allergies acting up? Well, we have tips on how to manage those pesky symptoms this season. Plus, a yoga studio continues to teach locals how to stay healthy. These stories and much more are just seconds away. Your local news starts right now. Hello and welcome to a special summer edition of This Week in Torrance. I'm Jin Chin Ben McCain has the week off. Thanks so much for joining us. Public Works crews continue to prepare the roads for the summer Slurry Seal project. Let's take a look at what was accomplished beginning last year. Reporter Tao Ta has this story.
It's a sight you may have seen throughout Torrance this summer. Crews working on the annual Slurry Seal program, a project designed to improve roads and make for smoother commutes.
It's huge because we're making a difference.
Anthony Caserma and his crew from Pavement Coatings Company are repairing cracked and damaged streets covering over 11 million square feet within a proposed 4-month span.
Streets like this can begin to crack and break down over time, but the thin layer of oil, asphalt, and sand, these streets turn out just as new and take anywhere from another 8 to 10 years before the next showing.
And despite record heat since the project kicked off, Caserma says it's ideal conditions for the Slurry Seal project.
This is perfect weather. It's ideal. Actually, the hotter the better, the quicker it dries.
And asphalt as opposed to overlay is a big savings for the city.
It's a thin layer. We put down about a 1/4 inch to a 1/2 inch. Like I said, just covers the surface of the street, seals up any cracks to keep water and any other intrusions from getting under the street and damaging the pavement.
This year, the Torrance City Council provided additional funding, making it the largest street improvement project.
They responded to what the residents were requesting and gave us an extra $1 million actually this year, particularly for this project, because we really believe in what we're doing and the positive impact that this project has in the community.
And while drivers may be inconvenienced with detours or temporary road closures, the city strives to ensure minimal impacts on its residents and commuters.
Generally, yes, about half a day each street is closed, about an hour for application and 3 to 5 hours for dry time. We'll work on several streets in a day, and we stagger the streets throughout a neighborhood because people do have to move their cars and be out of their driveways for an entire day, so we try to leave them parking options.
For Torrance CitiCABLE, this is Tao Ta.
Thanks, Tao. Currently, crews have been repairing different roads throughout Torrance. The pouring of the seal will begin in August. Local authorities are warning Torrance residents to take precautionary measures in protecting their pets. With the coyote population continuing to grow, the city is taking steps to spread awareness about the coyote problem. They recently hosted a workshop about ways to potentially prevent more attacks from happening and encourage residents to change their habits. Now, the Torrance Police Department says to keep your pets safe, feed your cats and dogs indoors. Also at night, make sure they are inside your home. If you are approached by a fearless coyote, try to appear larger and retreat from the situation by walking slowly backwards. It's also recommended to make loud noises to scare them away. Experts say food is one of the biggest attractions for coyotes, so it's important to store garbage in tightly closed containers. Human food and trash can make them more aggressive. Now, for more information, call Animal Control at 310-618-3850. And come July, locals will get another chance to get their groove on at Columbia Park. Last year, Mystic Wave entertained a large crowd playing all genres of jazz, contemporary, and Latin music. This city-hosted event focused on themes of culture and peace, and it wasn't long before the funky beats had both children and adults up and dancing. Mystic Wave is a community outreach band associated with the Buddhist Association for Peace, Culture, and Education. This summer, the city plans to have 3 free concerts scheduled at Columbia Park. Lisa Haley and the Zydecoats will perform at Columbia Park on July 23rd. A local kids consignment store continues to offer high-end brand names and trendy clothes at a discounted price. And with the warmer months near, this store is sure to have you covered. Reporter Hibas Ahmed made a stop at Kids Resale Boutique and has more.
The Ralph Lauren linen pants, we sell for $9.99.
Carol Fisher has always been a fan of consignment stores, and 11 years ago when she had the chance to buy what used to be Children's Orchard, she couldn't say no.
I love the concept of being able to recycle. I love the fact that The prices are very reasonable. You know, we sell them anywhere from 1/3 to 20% of the retail price.
That's what the store is all about. Rebranded as Kids Resale Boutique in 2015, it now stands as an independent store where she has the opportunity to sell a wider range of brands while giving back to the community.
You want to try it? Okay, we'll try on.
Now I can partner with local businesses and or organizations. We have a kids club now, so every month we'll have an event 4 or 5 hours on a Saturday where we'll sort of watch the kids, so to speak, and so moms can shop, but we'll do crafts, and it's always themed around an event.
Customers can buy everything from trending clothes, equipment, toys that are still on the market, and shoes for infants, all the way up to 12 years old.
Here, you can buy as much as you buy 2 or 3 items in a department store, and it's great. Financially, saves a lot.
Wraith Joyce has twins and a daughter. She says the quality of goods offered here in her community makes life easier.
Even though it's slightly used, some of the stuff are really still basically almost new. I mean, it's so great.
Gymboree, Oil Lily are just a few brands that you can pick up here. And from time to time, shoppers may get lucky and find high-end designers like Burberry and Fendi. Parents can also bring in items to sell for cash or store credit.
$35.93. Do we have anything on an account for you?
We are not a thrift store. We actually buy the items that we sell, so we actually are very particular about what we bring in.
You're welcome.
It's a family affair when you shop at this one-of-a-kind boutique. Mothers and their children enjoy the shopping experience they can't find anywhere else.
And I found a lot of just like the basics that you need. So like leggings, jeans, early on, like the onesies, all the onesies and stuff. And then I would resell my clothes back, which was really useful for me.
With mothers like Taft and Joyce coming back for more, Kids Resale Boutique is helping customers save for their children's future.
I'm going to come here until the kids are the last size I think they have is size 12, so they're going to be seeing my face a lot.
For Torrance CitiCABLE, I'm Hiba Samad.
Thanks, Hiba. You can make an appointment with Kids Resale Boutique. Their phone number is 310-517-0449. They're located at 2801 Pacific Coast Highway. Well, still ahead, we have tips on how you can safely get rid of unwanted or expired medications. Plus, the city's reading program is underway. We'll take a look at what you can expect. But first, here's a look at the weather outside. Welcome back to this special summer edition of This Week in Torrance. Now, it's one of the many unique programs the city has to offer, and registration is now open for local swimmers who want to learn synchronized swimming. It takes place at the Plunge here in Torrance. Let's take a look at the show students put on last year.
It's a show unlike most, using the talents of swimming, dancing, and aerobics.
It's so exciting because you see all these little girls that start the program with some of them have a lot of experience, some of them don't really have much experience, and you see them tonight and it's just so exciting because they're just so excited, the parents are excited. It's a community thing.
The city's Aquacade synchronized swimming program highlights the participants in an 80-minute show featuring 11 musical performances with this year's theme, Making Waves Around the World.
It's really hard. You think it'd be easy and people like to make fun of it. It's just like girls and sparkly bathing suits and makeup in the water, but it's hard. Can you go underwater, hold your breath for 30 seconds, move your legs so rapidly to the beat of the music while counting? It's a lot of different things happening at one time.
It's a demanding schedule for a demanding sport, but the passion these girls bring to the program is remarkable.
Aquacade has been a tradition for over 50 years in Torrance, and some of the performers say they started just by watching synchronized swimming here at the Plunge.
First-timer Raya Garcia knew she wanted to join Aquacade after her mom showed her videos of their recent performances.
I kind of injured my arm, but I still wanted to swim, so I decided to do this.
As for parent Martin Garcia, seeing his daughter perform was a special moment that he will always remember.
When people are watching her, she kind of gets introverted because she knows that people are watching. But to see her perform, and she has to perform in front of people, it really gave her opportunity to get out of her shell and break out. So I really loved that part.
These talented young performers did everything from the sculling, the ballet leg, to the basic vertical. And the hardest part for these swimmers will be saying goodbye now that their 8-week course has come to an end.
I'm sad because I made a lot of friends here, and I'm kind of going to miss them. I kind of feel sad, but at the same time, I feel like it's a new beginning for Aquacade.
For Torrance CitiCABLE, this is Tao Ta.
Thanks, Tao. The swimmers get to show off the fruits of their labor in August. To register for this upcoming session, you can go to the Community Services Department webpage through torranceca.gov. Even though the school year may have ended, a summer reading program will continue to keep those brains in high gear. Here's a look at what the Torrance Library has to offer.
Parents and children filled the Torrance Main Library to help kick off the annual summer reading program. Heather Furco plans the event and says it's a wonderful way to keep young minds active.
Reading through the summer helps combat summer slide, which is oftentimes children who don't read through the summer, they lose some of the skill sets and the things that they've learned in the previous year. So that helps to combat that.
Kristen Obue is going into the 4th grade and loves to read books.
Well, it's fun. It helps the brain have some education for your next grade.
Artie the Magician welcomed the kids with laughter and fun. Children waited anxiously with their parents to sign up and receive their reading log. Wendy Nodis has brought her children for the last 2 years. She says reading is not only for education, but a bonding family experience.
Reading is really important, and because it's just worked out really, really well for our kids to keep them busy and not always on their video games or the TV. And, you know, it's another way to stay close as a family, too, because we have a lot to talk about.
The reading program had 4,200 kids last year, and this year the library hopes for 5,000. The Torrance City Library Summer Reading Program starts June 22nd and ends August 8th. Kids can earn free books for logged reading time. I'm Brianna Epps reporting for Torrance CitiCABLE.
You can sign up at any Torrance Public Library right now for this program. It runs through August 13th. Well, a local yoga studio continues to inspire fitness and health in a fun and unusual way. Jessie Pierre met the owner of Aerial Yoga and has more.
For Ruby Reyes, owning her own business was her dream, and with her brother Manuel and sister Yolanda by her side, she was able to make it happen in 2012.
My sister takes care of all the, QuickBooks and all the payroll, and I mostly do the programs. I create the programs for the studio, and my brother opened his new studio in another, in Lomita.
The Art of Flying Yoga Studio, located on Hawthorne Boulevard, south of the Pacific Coast Highway, focuses on Reyes' biggest passions, the healing arts. And it all began when she tried aerial yoga 4 years ago for the first time.
So I had a car accident, and my neck was completely bad. I couldn't move that much, and I needed to be stretching every single day. So the first time I tried it, I noticed that in a week, my neck didn't hurt at all. So since I've been doing yoga, I wanted to mix them together because I thought, oh my God, everybody needs to know about this. This is amazing.
After recovering from her accident, Reyes felt that helping other people recover from various injuries through yoga would be her gift to the South Bay community.
I created this program, which is Restorative Flying Yoga and Yin Flying Yoga. It is mostly for people that it is injured.
Reyes started medically supervised yoga workshops, partnering with Christy Mendoza, owner of the South Bay Total Fitness, who works in natural alternative medicine.
They're with my existing patients, so I already know them inside and out. Prior to us having the class, I sit down with the girls and we go over everything regarding the patients. They know who's in the class so they can design the class accordingly. I'm also here to assist.
The workshops are limited, but are tailored to meet the needs of the patients and focus on the therapeutic healing aspects.
Because movement is a very important part of healing. So, and my patients are very injured, so it's, I can't just send them to anyone.
Reyes and her family opened a second studio, Art Flying Aerial, in the neighboring city of Lomita. Both studios offer various aerial classes and even have Zumba workshops. One thing's for sure, members are happy with the classes.
It's such a workout. When I do the yoga classes, when we do the yoga poses, I'm perspiring more than if I ran a marathon.
It's a family business. It's like we really care. When you ask all of my students, all they're going to tell you that they feel at home. It's not like, you know, like it's not like other studios that you come to a class and it's 100 students, they don't pay attention to you. Here we really care about our students. You know, one by one, we know all of them, you know, and we're growing together.
Flying yoga is a total body workout, and after just a few classes, you will build muscles, core strength, and increase flexibility. For Torrance CitiCABLE, I'm Jessie Pierre.
Thanks, Jessie. Aerial Yoga is located at 24411 Hawthorne Boulevard. Spring may be gone, but allergy season is still looming. Jessie Pierre talked with an allergy specialist on what you can do to combat those pesky symptoms.
Symptoms can develop at any age, and according to Dr. Alan D. Singer, an allergy and immunology specialist, there is a huge increase in the number of people suffering with allergies and asthma today. However, with proper management, it shouldn't keep you from participating in your daily activities.
Most patients let their asthma and allergies control them rather than them controlling their asthma and allergies.
The first step in treating your allergies is avoidance. Stay away from the substances that trigger allergic reactions. Everybody is different, and depending on your symptoms, there are various ways to manage them. Tara Myatt, a pharmacy technician and student, chooses over-the-counter medicine to deal with her daily battle.
I found I had allergies when I was in 8th grade. I got a really bad sinus infection and thought it was the flu, so it was really bad. And I've been taking CitiCABLE every day since then.
Elizabeth Klein, a Torrance resident, also uses over-the-counter medicine to treat her symptoms. She has been suffering from allergies for over 20 years, each year worse than the last.
My allergies are miserable. I get a lot of pressure in my head, in my forehead, and it seems like in the morning is when it's the worst. And so I just try over-the-counter medicines to combat it.
Dr. Singer says that if allergies are not treated properly, they can lead to many complications, like sinus infections, inflammation, and even severe asthma. Medication is available, as well as allergy vaccines that help build your immunity against them. The main thing is for sufferers to be evaluated and given the right care.
There is no reason in 2015 for anyone to limit themselves, that they should be in full control of their problem.
For Torrance CitiCABLE, I'm Jessie Pierre.
Thanks, Jessie. You can go to acaai.org for more information on different types of allergies. If you're planning to clean out your medicine cabinets, authorities say to make sure you're doing it safely. Here's a look at the proper way to dispose of expired or unwanted prescriptions.
Whether it's prescription drugs or over-the-counter medicine, you'll find that each bottle comes with an expiration date. Now, what does that actually mean? Torrance pharmacist Ahmed Atala gives us the facts.
The expiration date indicates the date after which the potency of the drug is not guaranteed, meaning that the active ingredient will tend to deteriorate, so you're not really going to be getting the benefit.
While some researchers suggest that the expiration dates of some drugs can be safely extended, Atala says it doesn't apply to all medicines.
But it's actually more important for somebody who is treating diabetes to be taking medication that is as effective as the label says. So if the label says 10 milligram and you're taking a pill, it's supposed to be 10 milligram. Now, if you use it a year after the expiration date, that 10 milligram can go down to 2.
Atala also said properly storing your medicine is key.
Absolutely, you leave it in the bottle that we dispense it. You don't transfer, because we see a lot of people sometimes combining pills in different bottles. You don't want to really do that. You want to leave it in the original bottle. You want to keep it in a dark place, meaning a cupboard or no exposure to sunlight, and you want to avoid heat by any means.
While experts don't recommend taking any unwanted or expired drugs, some of the best ways to dispose of this medicine is to take it to your local pharmacy's drug take-back program.
We don't advise people to dump anything in the toilet or in the trash. You want to grab everything, put it in a big brown bag, and then look for a location where you can dispose of it, either, like I said, fire departments or maybe local pharmacies like we do.
Medicine take-back programs are a good way to safely dispose of most types of unneeded medicine, including the Fox of Torrance Pharmacy in downtown. And for some folks, spreading the word about these programs is all it takes.
In the past, I absolutely would just, if I had expired penicillin or something like that, I'd just throw it down the toilet and think I was doing the right thing. And then all of a sudden, you start finding out the effects that it's having on, especially the environment and our water supply.
For Torrance CitiCABLE, this is Tao Ta.
Thanks, Chow. The Torrance Police Department hosts a drug disposal event every year. You can go to DEA.gov for locations of these events. Well, that does it for our special summer edition of This Week in Torrance. I'm Jin Chin. If you've missed any portion of our show, you can catch us again at 11 a.m. and 6 p.m. Thanks so much for joining us. We'll see you next time.